lami timbers. Hey.
Our South African-born comedian Kevin Fraser became an internet sensation after moving to Australia in 2014 when he started releasing hilarious videos online about his experience as an expat using an impressive array of accents that he picked up throughout his life. Now, over 5 years since, his videos have been viewed millions of times online. And he has toured around the world performing to sellout audiences.
I look at the lady and say, the TV palm is R7.99. Yo, can you give me a radio palm?
Thank you.
Radio power.
Yeah. It's like I started doing it because people were like, dude, you're not keeping us up to date with your travels. Boom, there's a video. And I did one on a train ride that I experienced in Melbourne.
Hello, guys.
And I just uploaded it because Australia is about 77 years ahead in time. I went to bed after I posted the video on Facebook and I was like, boom.
There was a guy, Demarte Pena. He's like a UFC fighter. Okay, so this guy, I actually haven't fully given this guy credit because he found my video. This is quite surreal. And he's on Facebook, yeah. So go onto his videos and he posts other people's videos and stuff, but he found my video of that. He ripped it and uploaded it and titled it. Look at that. That's the one. This is the original. I just got goosebumps.
There was lots of people, as per usual, packed like a sandwich, cheese against the tomato. This woman, she got inside the train. She stood in the middle with her handbags and everything. She was not holding on to anything. Then I said, hey, sis, you're gonna learn today. This is express. It's going to go very quick. As the train pulled off, this lady saw her ass like you can't believe. She dropped like it's hot. If you're not gonna hold the pole, then make sure you get sharp balance. I said, I told you once, I'll tell you twice. I'm not going to tell you 3 times. Yo, lolo.
And I woke up and I had like 20,000 views and just like thousands of shares and comments. So I started reading all the comments. People were like, where are you doing your next gig and this? And I was like, what do you mean gig? Like, what gig? Like, it's just a video. So people were saying like, oh, we'd like pay to come and watch you live. And I was like, serious, eh?
I remember it being quite a cold winter in Hobart, Tasmania, and I'm tired of this job I'm doing. I'm sick and tired of it. How many hours do I need to work for someone else? How many hours can I free up for myself so that I can firstly create my own show? And can I get a credit card so that I can put all the costs of my first show on the credit card and hopefully make some money and then pay it back? And that's what I did. As the weather got a little bit warmer, I was able to go down to the beach, drew out a stage on the beach, and made that my performance space. Just pacing myself on this barren Tasmanian beach, visualizing people being in front of me, practiced it over and over again. Eventually, I had the rhythm of the show. I even played live audience feedback on my phone just to start feeling something.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Until I was at the point where I was on my flight to Perth, Western Australia, and I did my very first show at the Octagon Theatre at UWA with a huge deficit on my credit card and going, I hope this works, I hope the sales have come right. I think my appetite was quite large for a first show, about a 780 seater venue. I negotiated the deals with the venue and we came to a cost and I had to put all the cost on my credit card. I think it was a safety net doing my first show in Perth. I had most of my market in Australia in Perth, being a lot of expatriate South Africans. So I basically arrived on a maxed out credit card and a dream. That's where it all started.
How was your first show you ever did? Tell me about that one.
Yo, that one, hey?
No,
That wasn't even a joke. They must clap. They must clap. Yeah, please. She introduced me to her boyfriend and said, no, he turns out he owns a garden service business here. I said, well, aren't you living the dream? Turns out he is. So I open up the PDF and I read, and I read, and I read, and I read, and I read. And all my points were good, but then at the bottom in the fine print, section 3.2, paragraph Z, section 5, I'm like, oh, absolutely. Yeah, so we are there now. I need to do what? IELTS English test. I'll be back now, bro. I'm just gonna go certify some documents. Yeah. Get to Santon police station. Do you want to certify these? And this. I said, actually, all of that. Officer, I need to certify all of that. How? Why so many certify? I said, because I'm leaving the country and I've got to get my things together and, you know, it takes time. Oh, why are you leaving? Where are you going? I said, I'm going to Australia. Okay, Australia. Why are you going to Australia? Huh? There are many reasons I could have given him. But the first one that came to my mind, which was the situation at hand. I said, because, officer, you are sitting there, looking very serious, and you've got your gun on the table, pointing at me. Pella, I've done nothing wrong. Honorable member, I did not recognize you. Obviously, only a few of you watch my videos. I wanted to make a reference, ma'am. How? And I'm laughing because I'm just like, if there's one thing a roller coaster is not going to do, is stop. That's Gary. That's Sally. And they had a little boy named Larry. Just put your suitcase there. So I'm trying to talk seriously to this lady. I'm just like, yeah, so where are you going? Are you going to Brisbane or what's the story? I can't get this bloody bag on thing. So yeah, I'm just going to eventually get it on. It sails past 7 kgs. Says hello to 8. Says to 9. Settles on 10 kgs somewhere, plus minus 10.4. 100,000, 4, 10.69, 10, 100,000. Sorry, I forgot there were people up there. It's my first show. I thought we were just going to have it down here. So she looked at the scale. I look out the window. I'm just like, oh, so... Yeah, I just feel it. Looks back at me. I look at her. She said, "You all right, sir? Off you go." Positivity shot from my left toe up my body. And I was like, grab my bag along with the scale and off I went. Who's flying today, Baba? Me. I don't believe it. I don't know why I do that. No, Kev, don't pull my dress. Don't pull my dress. I tell you, don't pull my dress. Anna, what are they saying inside the radio? Anna, what are they saying inside the radio? Anna, running faster than ever. Kev, I tell you, don't pull my dress. Don't pull my damn dress, Kev. Yeah, she ironed me. I know what some of you are thinking, oh my God, child abuse. No, not in Africa. I told you once. I told you twice. I'm not going to tell you 3 times.
But you have to start somewhere, I guess. What I did find from that first show was that the same sort of emotion applied. The emotion you go through as a DJ in selecting music and reading the crowd and feeling the vibe and which way you need to go is the same kind of emotion that you have to apply when doing comedy and trying to read the crowd and understand which jokes are going to come next and that sort of thing. It took me so long to get the confidence on a camera. Like, I mean, think about it. You're in your room or you're in the toilet, wherever I do my videos, and you're just talking to your phone. I can't feed off my phone's energy. Like, I can try, it's not going to happen. To create like that confidence on camera takes practice. When I went to Hong Kong last year, September, I had a whole show kind of planned, like what I was going to do for those couple of shows. But I was quite nervous because it's a new market and I've never performed there. But when I arrived there, in the first 2 days I had there, everything that was happening around me was what became my show. So I phoned this lady in Dallas, in Texas, because, you know, I organize a lot of my own shows.
I was going to ask.
And I phoned this lady and she was just like, there was this like long pause and I'm like sweating at the brow. I'm like, yo, bro, my money is going down on this phone here. And she's like, well, if you wanted to have a show with us in Dallas, what you gonna... I'm like, could you speak faster, ma'am? Like, I know South Africans speak very fast to get things done, but like, she was chilled. I'm just like... And it was at that moment when I realized, I was like, yo, I'm really putting myself in the thick of whatever this is.
So you don't have a manager or anything?
I do manage nearly everything myself.
I perform in a V, so it could be Mark and also Mark.
And then all on stage lights, I have control over all of you.
So you'll have to discuss lighting. Send me a little snippet, because I'll be showering.
That's really disturbing.
That
came a snippet when I'm showering.
That came out so wrong. Now that I'm Percy the pervert. Is this cordon off just for us?
Yes.
How far are we off a sound test? Keep me lit.
I don't know whether it's because I'm a control freak or whether I just love to be involved in the organizing of it too.
Got to a point where I started like writing things down. I was like, we're going to create this whole video this week, but I just felt so restricted in my own capability that I said, the more I can just improv something, then I'll edit it down so that there's not so much ums and ahs or like a break. And I did that for the first year of my shows as well, and it's good to have that structure, but like maybe I've become better with more shows to be able to bring things back or not have a panic moment on stage. You're like, what am I actually saying next? The reason I have my following is that they just like me for me. So if they want that, then they must get that. They mustn't like all my craziness in videos and then come and watch this completely choreographed dude, and it's like,
it's different.
It's not the same.
I like to bring in music. I like to bring in dance. So I think if anything, I consider myself an action comic. I don't believe I stand up there and do traditional stand-up with a microphone for the entire set. Who I am is always something that I'm delivering on stage, and I think that's where people have appreciated it the most as a performer. That is my biggest objective and mission all the time, is to remain true to myself. To act or to be on camera is completely different to what you're gonna do in a live comedy show. I've never put full live shows up online because I want people to come and have a Kevin Fraser experience. Some people have preferred my live shows over my live videos and say, oh, I don't like your videos, but I do like your live shows. I think it's different for everyone.
So all you gotta do is get protection from your set.
We're gonna have differences in opinion, and some people are gonna like you and some people are really just not gonna like you, and you have to be okay with that. And if you're not okay with that, like, you will crumble, you will fall. At the end of the day, as a comedian, you're gonna push boundaries, get people to think about a situation from a different perspective, to laugh at themselves and the situation because they can relate to it, to get people inspired or motivated. That is all part of my strategy. I'm an entertainer. Don't stress. And I'm an entertainer, and I'm an entertainment. Ultimately, laughter is the best medicine at the end of the day. We just need more and more of it. I've been putting out video every single week for 5 years. Yeah, for 5 years.
It's exploded for you because you were even part of an Australian dating show.
Some of you might have seen my blind date. Cool, I can do this. I'm singular. How you want me? I had to ask a few genuine questions and then choose my candidate based on those answers. Nevertheless, I chose that like, boom, where are we going? You're going to Jamala Wildlife Lodge. I'm like,
This was quite possibly the most frightening experience of my life.
okay. Where is this place? Incredible experience in Australia, in the heart of Canberra. I'm like, where's Canberra? And for those of you who don't know, it's basically the arsehole of Australia. Yes. So we were flying straight into the arsehole. And we were going for a wildlife experience. And she was like, this will be like right up your alley. You know what I mean? Like, you're like South African. South African. Rocked up there. Boom, had a couple of pre-drinks to start off the day, and they're like, you ready for your first activity? I'm like, I'm so ready for this, man. Like, you're gonna go feed the lions. I'm like, We're gonna go feed the what? Oh, you're gonna go feed the lions. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool. She was like, let's go. I never did this in Africa, but I'm from Africa. This is cool. Everything's cool.
You are so like comfortable and confident.
And then they came along with like a big bucket of chicken. Like chicken like legs and thighs and drumsticks and everything. And then Simba and Nala came out of nowhere. Huge! Huge! In real life. I'm like, no, we need to distribute the chicken here. This needs to be an even distribution. So you grab the tongs, click twice to test they're still working. And I'm starting to subdivide the chicken. I'm like, hey, one drumstick for Nala, 1 thigh, decide.
Oh no! Oh my god.
Easy target.
All the while, Simba just jumps up to the fence and rolls from the bottom of this earth. My blonde date was like, hey! Jumps onto me and I'm still counting over the bucket. 1 for Nana, 1 for this one. No, this one is bigger, so we're gonna subdivide this one. So I put this side, you can't have your leg clips that side. I didn't catch fries, see? I didn't catch fries. I'm distributing the chicken, easy. And she turns to me and she's like, oh my God, babe. Oh my God, babe. You didn't even flinch. Well, there's this thing, you know, like where I come from, like, it's open. Like, we do this all the time, like lions just walk on through.
Yeah, I was really surprised how cool, calm and collected he was. God, I thought I was really brave, but...
They just walk on through, you can believe it. And I'm down, now I'm like tossing chicken on a tongue, and I'm just like, you couldn't believe it. Simba's like, you gonna get that piece of meat. You gonna get that piece. Now it's like, you gonna get it, girl. Oh, okay. So let's talk about the poem slang for a second.
I think the funniest moment was when the anaconda went for his anaconda. That snake's going into uncharted waters. Whoa.
Like, I need that. He's literally going for the navel. You're putting him there.
Wow, shiver me timbers. Hey.
Like, I ain't gay. Please just get me out of here. I need to get protection from myself.
Tell me about cream culture, because I see it everywhere.
Essentially, it's my events brand, something that spins off what would be like the cream of the crop, right? So the performers brand.
But like in the school environment, at my desk, I was on a trip in Australia, in Dover, Tasmania. And I decided like, I had to find a name for my brand because I really wanted to have a clothing label, but I wanted my clothing label to speak to people in the entertainment industry. I wanted to speak to performers that had a similar passion to me, a similar fire for just being in the game. And because I never played rugby and I never played cricket, I didn't do all these different sports. My sports field was getting up on stage. That was my little rugby field. And all of us actors and singers and people behind the scenes were the players. Only we weren't competing against each other, we were just building this thing. I wanted it to be the cream of the crop, the best of the best, and then have some Kevinness in it. I was down south on the east coast of Tasmania and I came up with the name Cream Culture. The world is, as we know it, is changing and developing at a faster pace than some can handle. Social media and technology have trampled on our abilities to see the finer things in life. It has obscured our vision for something real and pure, continuously disconnecting us from what could be a beautiful reality, a lifestyle of infinite happiness and freedom. The constant search for something more keeps us on the edges of our seats every day. Deep inside, we may feel like we can never quite get there because society has taught us different. We are tired of pretentious. We are tired of faking it. We are tired of the lack in authenticity. What if we realize that all it takes is one moment, or it might just be the last? It is in this moment that all life and purpose makes sense and is worth every bit of heartache ever felt, every penny ever spent, every mistake ever made. For some of us, there are players who sport an edgier skill. In this world lie a family of entertainment lovers and social butterflies who thrive with a sport of their own. We are the ones who exercise our minds, our bodies, and our creative freedom on a different playing field. We sweat just as hard, we play just as hard, and when we win big. This is the culture we've longed to be a part of. This is the place where different is cool. We don't forget what is real. We don't dispose what is authentic. This is the beat to which we dance. This is the song to which we sing. This is the family of passionate performers. And this is the game we play.
Have you heard of Big Naz?
Of Big Nut?
Big Vrpa.
Yeah, it's like that.
Vrpa. Was that 200?
Yeah.
Where did they? Kilometers per second. Next stop, Cape Town. We're done with this heat wave. Then we get to Cape Town, and then we can relax for the weekend. What seat are we? In the boot. Guava Airlines.